What if all water bodies flowed in reverse? You wake up, open the news, and they're reporting that the Gulf Stream has started flowing backward. But that's just the beginning. All the rivers on the planet have begun flowing uphill into the mountains. Ocean currents have reversed 180 degrees. And this isn't a disaster movie scenario anymore. This is our reality for the next several months. Day 1, the invisible apocalypse. The scariest part, for the first 48 hours, nobody notices anything. The ocean looks the same. But underwater, a silent catastrophe has already begun. Billions of plankton that migrate with the currents suddenly find themselves nowhere near their food source. Imagine waking up inside a refrigerator instead of your bedroom. Within a week, 40% of plankton simply dies, and that's 50% of the oxygen we breathe. Month 1, dead zones. This is where the real madness begins. The Amazon, which currently carries fresh water into the Atlantic, will start sucking salt water deep into the continent. Within a month, all of northern Brazil will turn into salt flats. Millions of rainforest trees will start dying because roots aren't designed for salt. And now pay attention, the Nile. It will flow not from Africa into the Mediterranean, but the other way. The Mediterranean Sea will begin flooding Egypt with salt water. Cairo will be under threat within 3 months. 20 million people will need to be evacuated. 3 months, climate collapse. But the most horrifying thing will happen to Europe. The Gulf Stream, which currently carries warmth from the Caribbean to Britain, will reverse its vector. Heat will start going to the Arctic, and cold will flow to Europe. London will get Alaska's climate within 3 months. Temperature will drop by 15 degrees. Crops will fail completely. France, Germany, Poland, everything will become unsuitable for agriculture. And here's the paradox. Greenland will melt even faster. The warm water that currently flows north will now stream directly under the glaciers. Ocean levels rise 7 meters per year. New York, Amsterdam, Bangkok, underwater within 6 months. 6 months, biological chaos. Salmon can no longer return to spawn. Rivers flow the wrong way. The entire fishing industry of Alaska and Canada dies within a season. But new species will appear in new places. Sharks from the Caribbean will start migrating to Norway's shores because currents will carry them there. Polar bears will suddenly find themselves on Iceland's coast because ice will drift in a different direction. The river paradox. And the strangest thing will happen to the Volga. It flows into the Caspian, and the Caspian is a lake with no outlet. If the Volga reverses, it will start draining the Caspian Sea, carrying water back into the mountains. Within a year, the Caspian will lose 30% of its water. Cities on the shore will find themselves 100 kilometers from the coastline. Finale, the New World. Within a year, the planet will be unrecognizable. The Sahara Desert will receive rain from reversed Atlantic currents and begin turning green. Australia, conversely, will dry out completely. The Maldives will be flooded, but Greenland will become the new Iceland, green and warm. Humanity will survive, but 2 billion people will need to be relocated. And we'll learn the main thing. Our civilization depends on water flowing in the right direction. And now the scariest part, scientists say the Gulf Stream is already slowing down due to global warming. By 15% over 70 years. Maybe this catastrophe isn't so fantastical after all.